Heavenly Father, I come before you tonight at the end of myself, not dramatically, not as a figure of speech, but genuinely and completely at the end of what my own strength, my own resolve, and my own relentless determination to hold everything together can sustain. I am exhausted, Lord. Not the kind of exhausted that a good night of sleep repairs, but the kind that lives in the bones, in the spirit, in the deep interior of a person who has been carrying too much for too long and has somehow convinced themselves that this is just what life requires of them. I have been the one who holds it together. I have been the one who keeps pushing when pushing felt impossible. I have been the one who absorbed the pressure and the worry and the uncertainty and just kept going, because stopping felt like failing, and failing felt like something I could not afford. But tonight, Father, I am stopping. Not because I am giving up, but because I am finally wise enough to recognize that the weight I have been dragging was never designed for my shoulders in the first place. It belongs to you, and I am leaving it here. I need to be honest with you about what I have been carrying, because I think part of the reason it has grown so heavy is that I have never fully named it out loud, not even to you, not in this raw and unfiltered way. I have been carrying worry about my future, a future that feels uncertain and sometimes frightening, where the questions outnumber the answers, and the path forward is far less clear than I need it to be for my anxious heart to feel settled. I have been carrying the pressure of responsibilities that never seem to shrink, no matter how much I pour into them, the weight of people who depend on me and situations that need my attention, and a to-do list that regenerates faster than I can work through it. I have been carrying emotional pain that I have not had the time or the safe space to fully process, grief that I pushed aside because life kept moving, even when I needed to stop, and hurts that I minimized because other people seemed to have it worse. And underneath all of it, Father, I have been carrying fear, quiet, persistent, exhausting fear, about whether things will work out, whether I am doing enough, whether I am enough, and whether the life I am hoping for is actually still possible for someone who feels this worn down. That is what I am bringing to you tonight. All of it. Every layer, every piece I have been white-knuckling through the days. I am surrendering it, not politely, not partially, not with the secret intention of taking it back the moment I walk away from this prayer, but fully, completely, and with the desperate relief of someone who has finally put down something that was breaking them. Teach me what it actually means to trust you, Father, because I think I have understood it intellectually for a long time, without ever letting it reach the place where I actually live. I know the right language, I know the right posture, but in practice I have been trusting you with my words while trusting myself with my grip, holding on tightly to control, to outcomes, to the illusion that if I just think about it enough, or plan carefully enough, or worry sufficiently enough, I can somehow secure a future that only you have the authority to hold. Help me release that illusion tonight. Help me understand, not just in my mind, but in the very way I breathe and move and rest, that my grip on my own life is not what is keeping it together. You are what is keeping it together. You have always been what is keeping it together. And the sooner I stop exhausting myself trying to do your job, the sooner I will be able to actually do mine. Help me let go of the pressure to have all the answers right now, Lord. I have been treating uncertainty like an emergency, like not knowing exactly how something will unfold is a crisis that demands my constant attention and anxious management. But uncertainty is not a crisis. It is just the natural condition of a finite person living in an infinite story, being written by a God whose perspective is so far beyond mine that my attempts to predict the ending are almost tender in how limited they are. You see what I cannot see. You are working in directions I am not even looking, orchestrating details I am not even aware of, preparing outcomes that my current vantage point would never lead me to anticipate. Help me rest in that, Father. Help me make peace with not knowing, because I know the one who does. Remind me, whenever the weight tries to settle back onto my shoulders, that peace does not come from having everything figured out. It comes from trusting the one who does. It comes from releasing my grip and letting you be who you have always been, my refuge, my sustainer, the keeper of every promise I am still waiting to see fulfilled, and the faithful author of a story that is still being written in my favor. Tonight, I choose to leave it here. The worry, the fear, the exhaustion, the pressure, the pain, I leave it all at your feet. and I walk away lighter, not because my circumstances have changed, but because I have finally stopped insisting on carrying what you already offered to carry for me. Take it, Father. It was always yours,